From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, August 22nd, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Well, a second arrest has been made in the kidnapping and murder of a university president at Penn State. The 32-year-old Danielle Greer of Lamont was arraigned Saturday on charges of third-degree murder in the death of 56-year-old Ronald Bettig. 39-year-old George Ishler Jr. of Pennsylvania Furnace was also charged Friday with first and third-degree murder. The two plotted to push Bettig off an 80-foot cliff at Black Hawk Quarry in Potter Township. They planned to receive money from Bettig's most recent will. The couple allegedly took Bettig to the quarry by telling him that they planned to grow marijuana there. As he approached the edge of the cliff, Ishler pushed Bettig, who fell 80 feet to his death. Bettig was an associate professor of media studies at Penn State since 1988. The body of a Makwinakwa man missing for more than a week was found along Route 11 near Shikshini over the weekend in the wreckage of an accident. Someone driving by found Christopher Fight's pickup truck crashed over an embankment late Sunday morning. He'd been missing for 9 days. He was found inside his 2001 Chevy Silverado pickup, which crashed on Route 11, went through guardrails and down an embankment. He was pronounced dead at 12:30 p.m. He died of multiple traumatic injuries due to a motor vehicle accident, according to the coroner's office. His death was accidental and there will be no autopsy. A 19-year-old Hazleton man faces charges after firing a gun at a Packer Township man about 2 o'clock Sunday morning. State police say Kevin Alejandro Polanco Perez was charged with aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and related counts. Perez allegedly confronted Brandon Barsley and Kyle Traub, both of Hazleton, at a party in the woods near the junction of Route 93 and Spring Mountain Road, not far from Weatherly. He's then alleged to have fired 3 shots at them. Perez was later found by Butler Township Police at the McDonald's in Hazel Township. He was arraigned by District Judge William Kistner in Palmerton, who set bail at $350,000. Polanco Perez was remanded to the Carbon County Prison. Another theft from the Wyoming Valley Mall. This time, Wilkes-Barre Township Police are looking for 2 people who stole $1,000 worth of eyeglass frames from LensCrafters. The 2 have been identified, however, their names have not yet been released. There is surveillance video on the police department's Facebook page. Anyone with additional information is asked to email police at crimetips@twp.wilkesbarre.pa.us. Hazleton police arrested a man on terroristic threats over the weekend. 47-year-old Frank Chalaski was arrested Friday night on charges he threatened to hit or shoot an elderly victim. He was found in a nearby backyard with a .44 caliber pistol and a full-capacity ammunition belt. He gave up without incident. 6 people are temporarily homeless after a fire in Shenandoah Sunday afternoon. It happened around 4:30 at 33 North Ferguson Street. No one was injured. It broke out in a mattress. Everyone affected by the fire is being assisted by the American Red Cross. A man in custody caused a mess at Wilkes-Barre Police Headquarters on Saturday. 39-year-old Samuel Biaz had been picked up for public drunkenness. Police say he deliberately flooded a cell by clogging a toilet with his underwear. The toilet overflowed and flooded the cell and part of the cell block. Biaz is also said that he was going to smash the cell light. He's being charged with constitutional vandalism and was taken to the county prison. Luzerne County Election Bureau Director Marissa Crispell wants new voting machines. She'd like the county to buy the latest ES&S machines. That's the company that supplied the county's 10-year-old iVotric machines the county uses now. She said with the new ones, voters cast their votes on a touch screen, but the system prints out a paper copy of the ballot cast by each voter. After checking the printout to make sure the votes were correctly cast, the voter feeds the printout into a scanner which electronically records the votes, and the paper copies of each ballot are retained in a ballot box. She notes that there's been an increasing demand for a paper trail. A greenhouse in Klein Township plans to form a new company that will grow and process medical marijuana. Van Hoeklen Greenhouses of Klein Township is hoping to begin a new business called TheraBloom, a new medical marijuana industry. Van Hoeklen is a 7-acre greenhouse located on Lofty Road in Klein Township. According to Pennsylvania law, growers and processors need to create and maintain an electronic system that tracks the product from seed to plant to sale. Growers must also keep records and processes for the disposing of defective plants and plant waste. TheraBloom will process the plants in facilities that adhere to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration policies, although the FDA does not recognize marijuana as a safe and effective drug for treating medical conditions. Van Hoeklen Greenhouses is depending on the support of the community and its elected leaders to help them gain a state permit to grow and process marijuana. Well, it's time now for our first look at our forecast. It's beginning to feel like fall, and football season is about to start at the end of this week. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, this Friday is Football Friday, and what can we expect this week leading up to Friday Night Lights?
Well, we got some cool weather to talk about over the next couple of days, but that's not going to last that long because we're going to have to deal with some warmer weather, maybe a chance of some more showers and thunderstorms in our forecasts as well. But yeah, a little bit of a taste of fall in the air, if you will, when you walk outside, especially some of those cool nights we've been having. What can we expect the rest of this week? 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. And
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, a look at 4 of the most famous World War II bomber and fighter aircraft visiting the Hazleton Municipal Airport for the next 3 days. Plus, it's Monday, which means it's Medical Monday here on WYLN, and we'll hear from Tingo from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazleton. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
Malat's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week.
M Valley Market, located at 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, is now open. It's your one-stop shop for gas or diesel, Green Mountain Coffee, Gears Iced Tea, Pennsylvania Lottery, tobacco products, and so much more. And don't forget, you can pick up your favorite candy and snacks. M Valley Market, 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo.
Stop by Thomas Farms, 556 St. John's Road in Drums for pick your own sweet and hot peppers, tomatoes, beans, eggplant, cabbage, and herbs. Don't forget to stop by every Thursday, 10 to 4, near the Foster Township Recycle Center.
If you are a World War II veteran, you might enjoy a plane tour that is in Hazleton for the next few days. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
The Wings of Freedom tour made a stop at the Hazleton Municipal Airport this afternoon. The tour travels the nation as a flying tribute to the flight crews who flew them. The Wings of Freedom tour is in its 27th year and visits an average of 110 cities in over 35 states. Flight coordinator for the Collings Foundation Wings of Freedom tour, Jamie Mitchell, explains the history of the tour.
We started in 1989, and it was just a way to like reconnect veterans with the aircraft they served on. We slowly turned into a flying memorial for family members to honor their loved ones that served during the war on these aircraft. And now it's about giving the past a future. And the reason we want to do that is I want to make sure these aircraft are still flying in 10 or 20 years. And the only way to make that happen is to get kids interested again. And you know, we got to get them out here and bridge that gap. There's a disconnect there where they don't realize that the war isn't just a movie or a video game. It was real life, and kids were going to war and they weren't coming back.
The tour includes 4 World War II aircrafts that the public can get an up-close view of and can also tour.
We've got 3 bombers and a fighter aircraft. Our bombers are a Boeing-built Flying Fortress. It's a B-17. They built almost 12,000, and there are only 6 or 7 still flying. We also have a consolidated-built B-24. It's a Liberator. It's the most produced multi-engine military aircraft of all time. They built almost 19,000, and ours is the only flying example. We also have a B-25 Mitchell built by North American. It's pretty awesome. There are probably about 2 dozen of those still flying. We have flight experiences available on all of them. It's $400 for the 25 and $450 for either the 17 or the 24. And if you wanted to do it, you get to go to all the crew positions throughout the aircraft during the flight. You don't have to sit down. You can actually explore the whole thing.
Mitchell explains how much this tour means to veterans.
You know, and if we're really lucky, we have a veteran out here, and then they can hear the stories and ask questions and see what it was like. You know, get kind of the first-hand thing, reconnect to everything, and just, you know, make sure this, build an appreciation for it, basically, and make sure this continues on. You know, so the best way to honor a veteran is to make sure there's somebody there to hear their stories, to appreciate them, and to retell those stories in 10 or 20 years to their own kids. And that's what I want to do, and that's why I joined this. And, you know, we tour the whole country. We go to a new city every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're really glad to be here. We're really glad the weather's cooperating for once. So we're pretty excited about it, and we have a pretty good turnout today as well.
The World War II planes will be here until Wednesday at noon, and prices are just $6 for children, $12 for adults, and $2 for World War II vets. In Hazel Township for WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, Tingo from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazelton has information on how to keep those muscles safe when heading out for your morning, afternoon, or evening run. All that and more coming up tonight here on WILN News. Stay tuned. All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want, you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
How ironic, we just do a story on some of those aircrafts that are at the Hazelton Municipal Airport, and we're not far from there, and I just happened to see one just flying right by me at a fairly low altitude. They are quite remarkable aircraft, if you will. Check them out if you can. All right, well, you know what? Checking out the weather today, not doing too bad. Lots of sunshine, a little bit of some clouds, but overall, compared to the warm summer that we've had, the humidity that we've had, you walk outside, yeah, we had temperatures 60s and 70s today. That's not bad, but compared to what we've been used to, you could actually say maybe there's a little bit of a chill in the air. It feels a little bit cool across our area, and it definitely is cooler compared to what we've been used to. Here's a look at the conditions that we are experiencing outside. We continue to be generally near 70 degrees outside our station in Hazleton. It feels very comfortable out there. On the statistics for today, our conditions. And you see right there, mid to upper 60s. Look at those dew point numbers, only in the 40s. Literally, there is no humidity whatsoever in the air. It feels very comfortable out there, and there's a little bit of a hour onto the state of Pennsylvania. Pretty much no matter where you go, it's comfortable. Low humidity values, in fact, literally no humidity whatsoever in the air. Plenty of sunshine, few clouds here and there. Temperatures, for the most part, most areas in the 70s, but there are a couple of areas that are in the 60s. But again, lots of sunshine mixed with some clouds, no rain whatsoever. And looking at those winds, a little bit of a factor out there, but again, not overall excessive. Extended forecast looking like this, and what we can expect the next couple of days. Overall, it's not looking too bad. No significant rain in the forecast for the next several days, and for the most part, we'll be looking at temperatures holding in the 70s to near 80 degrees. Again, we're not looking at any type of excessive heat like we have seen most of the summer. It's got a little bit of a cool down. You see some of those overnight lows. Many of those nights will be dropping down into the 50s, so it's definitely going to feel more comfortable than what we've experienced most of the summer. But keep in mind, we still have quite some time to enjoy the summer because it's not officially over until about the 3rd week of September. Stick around. We'll have a lot more for you coming up after the break.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Frackville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
Malat's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week.
M Valley Market, located at 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, is now open. It's your one-stop shop for gas or diesel, Green Mountain Coffee, Gears Iced Tea, Pennsylvania Lottery, tobacco products, and so much more. And don't forget, you can pick up your favorite candy and snacks. M Valley Market, 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo.
Stop by Thomas Farms, 556 St. John's Road in Drums for pick your own sweet and hot peppers, tomatoes, beans, eggplant, cabbage, and herbs. Don't forget to stop by every Thursday, 10 to 4, near the Foster Township Recycle Center.
Well, as Joe said, with the nice and sunny weather, many are heading out for a run to get some exercise. Ting O from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazleton is here to tell us about ways to stay safe and keep those muscles moving.
So today we're going to talk about running injuries. If you're a runner like me, hopefully right now you're out pounding the pavement. But unfortunately, running does come with some possibility of injuries. They've actually found that 50% of runners every year will suffer from an injury of some sort. Hopefully it's not one of you guys. But one of the most common injuries that does happen with running is with the knees. And the most common of those is either runner's knee, which is otherwise known as iliotibial band syndrome, or patellofemoral pain syndrome, which is problems with the front part of the knee or the kneecap. What I want to focus on today is the runner's knee, otherwise known as iliotibial band syndrome. And what it is a pain on the side of the knee or the outside of the thigh. Happens quite a lot because the iliotibial band gets tight and it rubs along the outer bone of the knee, which creates friction and over time can create pain. We've been treating some of these folks lately, and some of the common faults that we find with running form that creates this problem One of the common faults that comes is a buckling of the knee inwards, and what this does is causes the iliotibial band to be on stretch. The other one is also what we call a circumduction, and because the knee buckles in, for the leg to be able to clear the lead leg, the foot has to roll around, causing it to come around. And what this does as well is also creates a friction and a stretch on the iliotibial band. So easy thing to fix if you look at the form. What you can do is strengthen some parts of the body, with the most crucial ones being the gluteus maximus and the gluteus medius, because these are the ones that control the thigh position and also limits the collapsing of the knee. And what we'll do today is show you two very simple exercises that you can do to help strengthen these two particular muscles. So what we'll do is we'll get Kathy to lay down on her back and show you two very simple exercises. The first one of these is the gluteus maximus, and we'll get Kathy to bend her opposite knee up to her chest, so the right knee. And what this does is it locks the low back out of the exercise, and then she'll do a single leg bridge. And this really isolates the gluteus maximus muscle, or the major butt muscle.
How long should we hold it when we're in the position?
Hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds, remembering as runners though that you want to do repetitive loading on this, and make sure you do like 20, 30 of these at one time. Okay, the second exercise, we'll get Kathy to roll onto her side, and this is what we call a side plank or a side bridge. And this is important because what it does is it strengthens the gluteus medius and the medius. This one, don't hold too long. Make sure you go up and down, because as runners, repetitively you're going to go one foot in front of the other. So you don't need to, it doesn't need to be a stability muscle, it needs to be a strength muscle to be able to stabilize. So two great exercises for runners that may be having problems with the iliotibial band, runner's knee or patellofemoral pain syndrome. But if you are having issues, remember that we at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers have video analysis for runners. What we can do is we can slow down your motion frame by frame to make sure your form is right, and if there's any problems with your form that may be creating your pains, we can pick up on that and maybe help you fix that problem.
Call Physical Therapy and Balance Centers for a free 20-minute question and answer session. 501-1808. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, 1324 North Church Street in Hazel Township, or visit them online at hazeltonpt.com.
Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
At All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want, you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
Mondays meant for racing in Long Pond. Apparently, both 2016 NASCAR races at Pocono were postponed to Mondays due to rain, and so was this weekend's IndyCar race. Willpower probably needed for those in charge at the Tricky Triangle. Willpower, the person, ends up winning the ABC Supply 500. It was Power's first ever victory at Pocono, but fourth in his last 6 IndyCar races. Mikhail Aleshin finished second. Last year's winner, Ryan Hunter-Reay, started at the back of the field. He takes third as Joseph Newgarden and Sebastian Bourdais round out the top 5. Other notables include 2014 winner Juan Pablo Montoya finishing 8th, Nazareth native Marco Andretti coming in 12th, and Helio Castroneves, who was involved in a scary pit road accident, he's okay, claiming 19th. We don't have to count down months or weeks anymore. we can actually count down hours, less than 100, to Friday Night Lights. Our high school football previews continue with Coughlin.
We contribute to our team's success, even though we don't really get much credentials for it.
Credentials aren't typically awarded for offensive and defensive lines, but Coughlin football deserves them.
We have a big, strong, agile offensive and defensive line, and that's our mainstay.
They'll be there every play. They can protect me from things I don't even see coming from behind me, things that I may not see from my blind side.
The Crusaders returned 4 of 5 offensive linemen and all starters on the D-line, including two-way senior Ryan Solt, who will likely play Division I college football next season.
He's done everything we've ever asked of him. He works in the summer harder than anyone else on the team.
Been working as hard as I possibly can in the weight room, making sure everyone is in the weight room, getting the numbers up. And like I said, this is definitely the strongest Coughlin football has been in a long time.
Getting stronger is something junior do-it-all athlete Vincent Todd focused on since last year ended.
It was harder to catch me, but when you did get me, it did sting me a little, so I definitely was working on my strength over the offseason.
Todd and fellow junior Jake Cole will be counted on to replace Jacob Solar, a 1,000-yard rusher who is now playing at Shippensburg. Coughlin lost by 1 point in the district playoffs, and they think they can exceed last year's expectations.
Yeah, that's always in the back of their mind as motivation, because they know they've been to districts and that was their goal.
I don't think rankings really matter. I think what really matters is what you do on Friday and Saturday nights under the lights. We expect to do better things than we did last year.
Crusaders open at Dallas this Friday. Live high school football on WYLN later this week. Tonight, live minor league baseball right here on WYLN. 7:05 first pitch in the always important, but now more important, Iron Rail Series. Both teams washed out yesterday as Scranton Wilkes-Barre leads Lehigh Valley by 4 games in the IL North Division with 15 to play. The Rail Riders can also clinch the season series against the Iron Pigs tonight with a victory. Tune in. And while baseball eyes the postseason, regular season hockey not too far in the distance. Today, the 2016-2017 AHL schedule was released as the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins prepare to enter the 18th season in franchise history, still seeking their first Calder Cup. The Baby Pens will play 76 games in the regular season, including 50 against the now 7-team Atlantic Division. They open at Mohegan Sun Arena on October 15th against the Hartford Wolfpack. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Well, cooler weather in store for our area compared to what we've seen the majority of summer. It was hot, it was humid across our area. Now we cool things down a little bit, lower those humidity values. Today, I'll tell you what, walking outside, I almost felt like it was a taste of fall in the air. Those overnight lows, tell you, dropping down into the 50s this morning, 50s again tonight, 50s as we go into our Tuesday night. Hey, it's going to feel good. Refreshing air, give the air conditioners a break and open up the windows, let some of that good fresh air in, because it's going to feel good.
You definitely had to check the date today, though. When you woke up, it was probably...
I mind it. Even just going
60s.
outside a little while ago. I mean, if it's like almost 70, I mind it. I think it's cool out.
I think it's the humidity's gone. So
The humidity's gone, and we've been used to 80s, near 90, and high humidity, and now that's all gone. And
nice and refreshing out there.
yeah, I almost want to put a jacket on, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, hey. You do it,
It's
you
cool.
do you. That's fine. But Friday, still 82 degrees, partly cloudy, which, fingers crossed, is a great start off.
7 o'clock right here.
All right. Make sure you check it out here on WYLN. We'll see you later.